Hello students, today we are going to study about our chapter first, that is crop production and management. The first topic is food for survival. All living beings need food to stay alive. We need food because it provides energy to perform various activities and substances needed for the growth and maintenance of our body. We get our food from plants as well as animals. The energy obtained from the food is utilized by living beings to carry out their various body actions. Farmers grow and cultivate a wide variety of plants for food. Those plants are grown on a large scale. Plants grown on a large scale for food, clothing, etc. are called crops. For example, rice, wheat, maize, pulses, fruits and vegetables. Crops can be grouped as kharif or rabi crops depending on the season in which they are grown. Kharif crops are those crops which grow in the summer season. They are usually planted in June and ripen in October. Rice, maize, cotton, etc. are some common kharif crops. Rabi crops are those crops that are grown in the winter season. They are usually planted in November and ripen in April. Wheat, barley, pea and gram are common Rabi crops. Farmers follow a stepwise process and a series of activities to grow crops for over a period of time. These activities are together known as agricultural practices. These agricultural practices include soil preparation, which in turn includes three steps that are plowing, leveling and applying fertilizers. Second is selection and sowing of seeds. Third is irrigation, watering of crops. Weeding and crop protection is fourth. And the fifth one is harvesting and storage. Let's start with soil preparation. It is very important to prepare the soil before we start growing plants. Soil preparation is the first step in agriculture. Many steps are involved in preparing the soil. Some of them are plowing. In this process, the soil is first loosened and turned so that it becomes aerated for the roots. Second is leveling. Sometimes big lumps of soil remain on the fields even after plowing. Farmers use wooden or iron planks called levelers to crush big lumps of soil, and this process is called leveling. Nowadays, levelers are also attached to the tractors to make leveling easier and faster. Adding fertilizers. All plants grow in soil and absorb water and nutrients from it. Plants absorb nutrients from the soil over a period of time, and so the level of nutrients decreases and needs to be replenished. We can replenish the soil by adding fertilizers. Now comes to the second step, that is selection and sowing of seeds. Once the soil is well prepared, we need to select healthy seeds that are of good quality. Once the farmer selects the seeds, they need to be sown well. Sowing means the practice of placing the seeds in the soil. We must ensure that seeds are sown at a proper distance from one another and at the right depth, neither too deep nor too shallow. Sowing of seeds is done either manually by directly sprinkling the seeds into the soil or by using a seed drill attached to the tractors. Seeds sown manually get unevenly distributed. Thus, a seed drill is used to sow seeds evenly and at the correct depth in the soil. Water is needed by seeds as well as plants to grow. They get water from the soil. Different crops needed different amount of water to grow. Irrigation refers to the practice of artificially adding water to the soil for growing plants. We get water for irrigating the fields from many sources like wells, rivers, lakes and tube wells. The method of irrigation are broadly categorized as traditional and modern. Traditional methods. Traditional methods of irrigation of agricultural land through canals, furrows, chain pump, pulley system, dhekli, rahat, that is water wheel, are cheaper but often lead to wastage of water. Here comes the modern methods. Modern methods of irrigation have been designed so that less water is wasted. Sprinkler system. It is a method in which water under pressure is sprayed over soil like artificial rain. This method is particularly effective for irrigating uneven land. Next is drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is a method in which pipes or tubes with very small holes are used to deliver water drop by drop directly at the base of each plant. This method is very useful in areas having a shortage of water. Hence, it is very important to save water while doing irrigation. Now, the next step, weeding and crop protection. Sometimes undesirable plants called weeds grow along with the crop. It is important to remove these weeds, otherwise they can harm the main crops. The process by which we remove weeds is called weeding. Weeding can be done manually, either by hand or by spraying special chemicals called weedicides. Manual weeding by hand is very time consuming. The tools used for weeding are usually made of iron and need to be prevented from rusting. Manual weeding is done by spraying